Our straight leg elevated crunch is a great strength and stability move for our core. We're working our abdominals with that crunching motion. We're also going to be working those hip flexors and the top of the thighs by keeping those legs straight and elevated off of the floor throughout this movement. So to start this, we're going to lay down flat on our back. Those legs are going to be nice and straight. We're going to press that low back into the floor. We're then going to lift those legs on up to about a 45 here, and then hold. Just keep them held right here, stable, as we press that low back into the floor. We're then going to bring those hands around, gently rest those fingertips on the outsides of the ears. We're going to go into that crunch, so peeling those shoulder blades up off the ground, squeezing that core, nice and controlled, all the way back down. We are keeping those legs still throughout this entire movement here. So this is going to create extra demand on our core. If you find that your low back is arching immediately, maybe your abs don't have the strength to hold it down against the floor, you can always drop those legs on down onto the floor and perform those normal crunches, or in between those normal crunches and that extended straight leg hold, you can have a bent leg hold. So legs bent and going into those crunches. So this will be a little bit easier. So again, the toughest is going to be what I first demonstrated. Easier than that, legs bent. Easiest still, feet flat on the floor. So you can modify that based on your skill level. Remember, low back should always be pressed into the floor on here so that we are engaging our abs and not using the back or putting extra strain on the back. So again, when you get in a position here, press that low back into the floor, squeeze that core, lift those legs off, and then go into those crunches. Another thing to remember here is those hands are gently resting on the outsides of the head. We're not interlacing those fingers and pulling on the neck. That's going to be really easy to strain the neck if you do this. So make sure you're not pulling on that neck. You're just gently resting those hands out there to support the neck. Just like with any other ab exercise, control is the name of the game. Slow and controlled. You're not rushing through these really fast. That's where you're going to start to cheat on them. So make sure you slow down. Those legs stay straight if you can. Low back stays pressed into the floor. And you're getting those shoulder blades up off the ground and then coming all the way back down, getting that stretch at the bottom as those shoulder blades rest back on the floor before you perform your next rep.